Searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Your dark hair, because eyes so bright.
Welcome back to Shenanigans and happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Today is a day about celebrating love. And I know traditionally that has been, more about celebrating the romantic form of love. But here at Shenanigans today, we are celebrating all types of love today and every day, all types of love. But today is going to be about friendship and sisterhood. So I'm joined by some of my favorite beautiful ladies. They are beautiful inside and out, incredible mothers, entrepreneurs, like all of the things that we all aspire to be. They are boss bitches. Joining us from OC, my girl Gretchen Rossi. How we doing?
Hi, my love. How are you?
Good. It's been so long since you've been here that I didn't even realize it.
Can you believe that? A long time.
No, I can't.
I know. Very long.
Well, happy that
I'm
you're
glad
here.
we finally made it work.
Right?
We've been talking about this forever.
I know. Okay, now for the rest of the podcast, don't direct anything to me. We're going to stay this way because Gretchen and I have the same good side.
Yes,
which is why I seated you here.
Are we good with this?
I'm like,
Thank you,
my
Scheana.
good side?
That's my girl. She knows this. We both have the
I'm
same
like,
good
we need
side.
all our good sides
So every
represented
time
over here.
we take pictures, I'm like, no, you have to stand. So then we
Right.
always have
My
prom
left
pictures
side's my
together.
good side.
prom
too.
photos.
Prom photos.
So I will be
always.
talking to the window.
Okay, perfect. And
So
also,
wait, where should we be looking? Like
Right.
here?
No, I mean,
We're
talking
talking
about it.
Okay,
We're
but yeah.
teasing.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, we got it. Okay.
But not.
Also joining us from
Not really.
the podcast, Humble Brag, we've got the host, Crystal and Cynthia. How we doing, ladies?
Hi.
Hi.
Yay.
Happy Galentine.
Yes.
I'm
happy
so
Galentines.
excited that we made this happen. I mean, to
It's like a
coordinate
miracle.
4 working
Right.
moms' schedules to sit in a
Right.
room
And
together.
I don't even live here full time.
I know.
It was
I
actually
mean,
pretty
be on a
easy.
plane.
Yeah.
We were all on it right away.
Yeah,
did
I'm like,
good.
I usually record Monday mornings, and it was like, works. I was like,
I
wait,
know.
what?
I know.
Amazing. And I know you just flew in from where you were in Vegas,
Vegas, yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. How was Vegas?
It was good. I went to Janet Jackson's concert.
Oh,
and it was-
Fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Awesome.
I had planned on bringing my boo with me, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, it's kind of a sad story.
No,
but
I'm
we're still
sorry.
together. Not
I
like
was
sad,
going
like
to say,
that.
Valentine's Day okay for you guys now?
No, we're
Okay,
good. We're good. But like his mom passed, so I
Oh,
didn't really want to get
no.
into it because I know we're trying to have fun.
Yeah, no,
but-
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so I ended up going with my friend still, and he's in Amsterdam. But anyway, enough about me.
Yeah. Well,
Vegas
no,
was
we're going to
good.
have a lot more about you, but I'm happy you're here.
Thank you.
Yes. Crystal, I know you just had your 42nd birthday. You
Yay.
don't even
Yes.
look it.
No.
Insane. Amazing.
I feel it.
All of the skin here, like, can we just point out that everyone here looks like porcelain dolls?
Oh, God.
Seriously. Like,
That's
whatever
very
we're
sweet.
doing, we're going
You
to talk
too,
about it.
girl.
Yeah.
But
you.
you've always had the best skin.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you really do.
Really
I'm going to be
always had-
40 this year.
Wow.
I know. I'm
But you
joining
look
that
amazing.
club.
Call me in
Thank
10
you.
years, girl. You
Thank you.
She gives the best advice.
Porcelain doll in the
Oh,
building right now.
No, totally. But you also had your daughter's birthday
Yes.
on
Yes.
Sunday. How
the
was that?
birthday's to what day? Oh, Wednesday.
Okay.
But yesterday was the birthday party. We
Yes.
missed you.
I know.
Aw.
I'm bummed.
It's a busy, Super Bowl, but I had 60 people at the party.
Wow.
We did Slumu, that slime
Yes.
place. And then I got home, and 30 minutes later, 40 people came over for the Super Bowl.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
so I
wow.
had 2 full different parties.
Yes.
And
a
then
lot.
after everyone left, I was looking at my floors, and I couldn't deal. So then I vacuumed and mopped.
Totally.
She knows, like I have.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a clean freak,
Definitely.
but I love to throw parties, as you know.
Yep.
And you have to come to my
Okay, I'm
parties.
excited.
Good part.
Always.
And yeah, it was so much fun.
Good.
I love it.
And then you, Missy, just had your 16-year anniversary, I saw.
Yes, yesterday.
congratulations.
Happy anniversary.
Happy 16 years.
That's
Thank
amazing.
You. I know, it's crazy. Slade and I were talking about, we feel like literally it's just yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot believe it's been 16 years.
I
Wild.
mean, because I met you then, what, like 11 years ago, 12 years
I don't
ago?
even know, but a
It was
long
like
time
season
ago.
1.
Yeah.
No,
of
yeah, like 2012. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Like
long time
13
ago.
years ago.
Right.
Wait, so you were married 2007?
So technically we're not married, but
Oh.
we,
Oh, really?
but we've been together 16 years. Isn't that wild? Yeah, we never got married yet.
Why?
Well, that's a whole other Oprah.
No,
honestly,
you can
it's-
tell us on Humble
I
Brag.
know, right? No, honestly, it's not. I'm being facetious. Honestly, it's really just been like timing of everything. So
yeah.
when we first said that we were going to get married, then he got booked to go do a like, what was it for the History Channel? You were doing.
Oh, I love the History Channel.
So he was booked there down in Mexico, and we're like, okay, that date's out.
Yeah.
And then life just got busy, and then
Yeah.
I started trying to have a baby, and that
Mhm.
was so much money just doing
Yeah.
the whole IVF and all of that for 4.5 years. And then after we had the baby, we were just busy being parents. And, I'm not the kind of girl that's like, let's just go down to, the courthourse and get married. Like, I want the wedding.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So I don't know. You guys want to help me plan a wedding?
Yes, I do.
You have the pleasure of having baby Oprah in the building right now.
it.
So
Are you ready?
Yeah,
I
love it.
will plan you
Seriously.
a big
Okay,
wedding.
I love it. Yes. So I really I want to have more of like the whole big hoopla.
Yes.
Yeah. Do it.
no, especially for
there's-
your first wedding, you have to do
Well,
that.
no,
I mean,
I've had one wedding before this.
No, you've
but-
been married before. Oh,
yes,
shit.
yes.
Okay,
I
sorry.
had the big thing,
Okay.
but it wasn't the right guy. So I want it with
Right.
the right guy. You know
Okay,
what
you
I
want
mean?
the big thing with
Yes.
the right guy.
Yes,
Okay, got it.
Like what I did, I
Yes.
had the big thing, the fairy tale
Exactly.
wedding once, and
Yes.
then I did it again.
Did
with
it again
the right guy.
with
I
the
have
right guy.
Two
Hopefully.
big things with two of not the right guys. So yeah.
So you guys understand
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do.
Crystal's like, can't relate.
I had one big one 16 years ago.
Strong.
16 years too?
Yeah, 2007. That's
Oh
what
my
was
gosh,
like
I
14 year.
love it.
And I'm hoping that that's the only one. That's my
Right?
plan.
Yes.
I think it
That's your plan, right?
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
That's our plan.
Yeah, I don't ever want to do another one. I didn't even know if I was going to do the second one, honestly,
Yeah.
because we did just do the private little, not even eloping. It was just,
Just
we got to do the paperwork
Yeah.
and we did that. And then fast forward, the show got picked up for another season and we're like, do we just say fuck it? Do we just do a big wedding? And then
Yeah.
we did.
I love it.
Yeah, it was fun.
You never regret it. You
No.
never regret
Right.
the big party.
Right.
It's
No.
exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Expensive. It's all of it. But when it's done, you never look back like that wasn't worth it.
No,
So
no, we honestly look back at it and we're like, okay, so how soon until we renew our vows? Because
Yeah.
I want to do it again.
Yeah.
With Summer
I
a
love
little
that.
older. She was
Yes.
like a year and a half and she was our flower girl, but I'm like, she doesn't remember that at
No.
all.
yeah.
I want to do something with her a little
Right.
older. So
Right.
maybe for
I
our
think-
5-year, I don't
I
know.
think that's what would make it special too. Like
Yeah.
Sky right now.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
How old is she?
totally get it. She's 5.5.
So
Oh, that's
cute.
cute.
So she would get it. Yeah.
So
I feel
cute.
old, man. My kids are like, I'm planning a bar mitzvah right now.
I had her really late though. I had her at 41. So
Okay, that's me having a 1-year-old. I could not handle that.
it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. That was a tough period. And he's 56. So like, well,
Okay.
when he had her, she was whatever 5 years ago. But
Yeah.
we were older parents. So yeah, that was rough for those.
You're
first
the
few
same
years.
because Rob's 62.
Oh, okay.
So
So
it's actually the same situation. So they keep you young.
you want to keep having more, babe? Okay.
Yeah. Would you do a surrogate or would you have another?
So we have one on ice still,
Yeah.
and I would love to have another baby. But I honestly had the worst postpartum depression ever. It was
Mhm.
really, really hard
Yeah.
on me. It was almost 3 years long.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
And so it wasn't until I got on the hormone replacement
Mhm.
therapy that like finally I felt like myself again. But I would love to, but yeah, I probably would consider a surrogate.
Well,
it was-
we could
even
just
though
do
my-
that at the same time.
Oh, are you going to do it?
Yeah, I can't carry another.
Oh, okay. So see, I
So-
can carry and I really love being pregnant.
Mhm.
But the afterwards was so difficult that I didn't feel like I could be like the best version of myself for my
Yeah.
child. And I just don't want to go through that again.
Totally.
You know? So
I think physically I could take the chance,
Yeah.
but there's a very high risk of miscarriage, preeclampsia, and HELLP syndrome, and I'm not willing to take that risk.
yeah, for sure.
And I would still want to do IVF because I would want to use the 33-year-old egg on ice, not just like
Yes.
try naturally at
Yes,
41 probably. I'm not ready
Right.
this year.
right.
But we can talk about it. Maybe do surrogates at the same
Okay,
time.
That could be
'Cause
fun.
if I go through that process, I want it with someone else
Someone
too.
else,
And
yeah.
also someone who gets it, what it's like to
Yes.
carry a baby and then have a surrogate. That kind of
Right.
messes me up. Cause I'm
Yeah.
like, would I have the same connection?
Oh, I
Like,
thought that too.
I don't know.
I know. I've thought that too. Like you would think so, but it is different.
Mhm.
You're like, because the thing that trips me out the most, I think, is like someone else's like blood running through that child's
Mhm.
body,
Right.
like,
And their energy
yes,
Right.
all their,
And their
all
health.
this
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
like, all of
Yeah,
that,
energy's big. I'm an
Yeah.
energy
yes,
person.
energy.
Like that would
Like,
totally
it just,
freak me
Yeah.
out.
it plays tricks on your mind.
I
a
know.
little bit.
I
But
know.
I think
Yeah.
if it's versus your own health
Totally.
and your baby's health, then I think that there has to be that decision, right? That balance. And I think that's the beauty of having a surrogate. Like I
Yeah.
never had to do with that, but I know friends who have and it's been their lifesaver, literally.
Yeah.
And they have a really beautiful, healthy baby.
Yeah.
So, it's nice to have those options, right?
Yeah. I'm
Options
trying
are
to
great.
get there mentally. I'm like, I'm not there yet, but I did just sign the paperwork to have my eggs transferred over to my doctor because he moved to a different facility. And so I'm like, we're slowly starting it, but
it's fun
not
for
there
them
yet.
to have a sibling.
I'm a one and done. My daughter's
That's what I said.
25 years old.
Yeah.
And I love hearing, like, sitting with women and, like, hearing stories about, like, just motherhood and parenting and all those things, because I never really was, like, I didn't really know if I wanted to have kids.
Same with me.
And then I had Noelle, and after that, I was like, I think I'm kind of good with one. But then I watched, like, the bigger families. I'm like, maybe should I have, is it bad that she doesn't have a sister or brother?
That's where I
So I
struggle.
asked myself those questions. And then I asked Noelle, and she's like, no, I'm good being an only child. So.
Yeah.
See, and I talk to a lot of only children, and they say, like, oh, they love it. And
Yeah.
so then I'm
Noelle
like,
loves
oh,
it.
okay. So if it doesn't happen for us, I at least feel okay about it.
Yeah.
I think you only know what you know.
Right?
So it's not like a
Right.
single kid. I mean, they might one day say, I wish I had a sibling. And siblings also might be like,
Yeah,
I
might
wish
not
I
get
was
along,
child.
you know?
So true.
You know,
Yes.
I think it's just really, it all works,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I mean, I grew up with an older brother, a year and a half. And so I wanted to recreate that. I luckily got that.
Yeah.
You know, I had Max first and then Zoe. So I knew right away I was done. But I didn't go in there like, I want kids. I was ready for kids. We were together already 10 years. And I still was like, I don't know. But it just felt like I knew that was going to happen. And your Chinese family is going to be all over you every day anyway.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to have kids no matter what. So I'm like, just do it. And now I like this age way better than baby life. Baby life is really tough. I don't think I had severe postpartum, but I did not enjoy it. It was really hard on me. But this is like so fun. Like every weekend sports.
What age are they now?
9 and 12.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, like I'm in the super fun zone.
Oh, wait till you get to 13, 14. That
I know, I'm
that
about to-
wasn't so fun.
It's gonna be hell. No, I have 1 year
They say
left.
it's torture.
Like, that's when they
once you
stop.
get
They
there.
cut you off. They stop talking to you.
I have 1 year
Everything,
left.
It's like, how was school? Fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I won't get
need
the phone.
anything. I'm
I am
good.
like one of the last
smart.
holdouts of
Yeah,
a
I
cell
want to
phone.
do that too.
I am not about
that
it.
too.
Like once they get the phone, they no longer talk to you. So every day he fights me, but I don't care.
And then they like
this-
hate you for it.
They hate
too.
me.
Because
But
all their friends have it, and you're the worst parent because
Yes.
everybody else has it. And I'm not looking forward to that stage at all.
So
No.
I was enjoying it until you reminded me that it's going to be hell.
Thanks,
That was
friend.
so
I'm
fun.
a realist. I've been through it. It feels good to have a 25-year-old because it's like Noelle is like, she's grown, but she doesn't have any street smarts or anything. Like she was pretty, protected her whole life.
Yeah.
So it's like I have this grown adult young person, but I still have a tracker on her. I still need to make sure she makes it, from point A to point B. And then plus I'm
I think that's a
bi-coastal.
forever
I'm between
thing.
here and Atlanta,
Yeah.
so I don't live here. Her dad lives in New York. So she's out here by herself, kind of. Like, I'm glad she has some new aunties to
Yes.
call if she needs,
Always.
help with
Yeah.
anything. But you never stop worrying. Like,
No.
Ever.
And I just have one. So God
Yeah.
bless all of you that have more than one,
Right.
because I literally do not sleep until that tracker says that Noelle is home.
Right.
And she just had a party weekend, but she doesn't party that much. But when she does, it's like, I just may as well go to a party
Yeah.
because I don't sleep until she gets home.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's ever going to change.
Either. My daughter was with her grandparents last night, and they were driving home. And for some reason, there was a miscommunication that they were going to their house and not to our house.
Uh-oh.
And their phones died. So like
Ooh.
I'm frantically calling him, and I'm like,
I hate a low battery. Don't get me
And
started
then
on a low
I
battery.
just started
first of all.
having like massive anxiety, and I'm like telling Sid, I'm like, I don't want to think bad, but like, what if something bad happened and they're not calling it? Because I'm thinking they're coming to
Yeah.
our house.
Yes.
And then we didn't know how to get a hold of them. So
Right.
finally he's like, I'm just going to get in the car and go down to Grandma and Grandpa's because we didn't know where they were.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh yeah, we've been home for half an hour. I'm like, for the love of
Oh
God.
my
It
goodness.
was
With
so
phones
stressful.
uncharged.
Oh, I hate
Yes,
it uncharged.
with
died.
phones uncharged. So
I never let Noelle go below 50%.
so
Yeah.
smart.
And that gas tank, that car is never. I was like,
Yes.
you never go
So
below
true.
half a tank. Like you need gas and a charged phone at all
Yes,
times.
always
100.
important things.
Mom
My
life,
husband
guys.
makes my
Yeah.
This is serious
Yeah.
mom life conversation.
I know, right?
All right. Well, I have so many fun things I want to get into with you ladies, but we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back. Okay, so when I had my baby, I expected to feel overwhelmed, exhausted, maybe even a little anxious or a lot anxious, but I never expected the terrifying thoughts that took over my mind. I was struggling with postpartum OCD, but like so many others with OCD, I had no idea. I just felt alone, confused, scared. And that's why I want to get one thing straight. OCD is not just about liking things clean or in order. It's a serious condition that can make you question everything about yourself, drain your energy, and take over your life with fear, literally. That's what OCD did to me, and that's what it's doing right now to thousands of people. But many of them have no idea what they're struggling with because OCD is so misunderstood. OCD causes people to get stuck in a cycle of stressful, unwanted thoughts called intrusive thoughts and repetitive behaviors that people do in an attempt to make the fear, doubt, or anxiety from those intrusive thoughts go away, even though the relief never lasts. What makes OCD so painful is that the intrusive thoughts often focus on things we care about the most. For me, it was my baby. For others, it's their families, relationships, or beliefs. And I've been there, so I know how terrible it feels, and I wish I had known sooner that there's actually treatment that works. And that's why I want to tell you about NOCD. You can do virtual therapy with a licensed therapist who specializes in treating OCD. They really understand, so you can feel safe opening up to them about what you're going through, and they know how to help you take your life back. OCD therapists are trained in a type of therapy called ERP, or exposure and response prevention. It's the most effective treatment for OCD, and OCD makes it affordable with insurance coverage for over 155 million Americans. They also provide support between therapy sessions, so you're never alone. I know what it's like to suffer from OCD in silence and how hard it can be, but I also know that with the right care, you can get to a place where those distressing thoughts don't have power over you anymore, and you're able to do what you want to do. If you relate to any of this, or if you want to help a loved one who's struggling, you can learn more by booking a free 15-minute call with NOCD. Just go to NOCD.com to schedule your free call and get connected with someone who can help.
I'm seeing another podcast, girls. Girl talk.
Mm-hmm.
Girl talk.
Girl
To be continued on Humble Brag.
Oh, Girls on Bravo. That's a cute one.
Ooh.
I like it. And
I like it.
Girls Gone Wild, but Girls on Bravo. That's funny. That's funny, babe. I love it. Hey, and look at, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Okay, brunette, blonde. We got all the things going on here.
do.
We're like Charlie's
Yes.
Angels here.
We're bringing
we
DIY
just have one extra
Wow.
one. Isn't that
Listen.
weird?
That's been gone for a week, so I'm trying to
Very
bring it
good
back, guys.
representation
That
in
is
this
Oh my
room.
so
gosh, think
true.
about that. I just looked around the room and I'm like, wow, we got
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
representation going on here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying.
If we went to
Okay.
a club together, the
Right?
guys would be like, okay, let me see.
What do I pick here?
They got options. They're like, what am I looking for? Because I got the full range over here.
That is so funny. That's funny.
So we're just going to leave all of our break in because that was great conversation. But back to the segment. So I text you all about gals don't gatekeep. And so I was thinking about this the other day, and it's like when someone asks me in general, how are you doing? Usually just say something polite and positive, oh, I'm great. Summer's good. She loves dance. She just started jujitsu. I don't know, something like that. But sometimes, it's true, and then sometimes it's not. And there may be things going on in my personal life that I don't want to open up about. I've been guilty of this personally on and off camera over many seasons. It's one thing that in the book, I'm terrified for this to come out because I am literally an open book and I talk about
I love that.
every single thing.
Yes.
So TBD on the response of that in July when it comes out. But
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was a process, but very cathartic. And I just put it all out there. And I don't want to gatekeep anything, whether that's, what I inject in my face, usually just Botox, but sometimes a little filler.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask you ladies if you have a thing, because I feel like too, as women, we feel like we have to be, superhuman, do it all. I'm very guilty of people pleasing, always putting others before me, especially as a mom. I don't care if you say you need to put your own mask on first before you help others. I'm going to help my kid first.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
that's just,
Definitely.
Of course.
I think
Look at
as
that.
women, we just are that nurturing type. So, also trying to make things look as easy as possible when it's not always, and you don't want to be seen as difficult or problematic. And we have to have it together at all times, which sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Fuck that.
Yeah.
I just want to be
I co-sign
today
that.
was a
Fuck
hard
that.
day, And I love when you see that side of women, whether it's on TV or you're reading a book or listening to a podcast because it's not realistic to have it together all of the time. Yeah. Even though it's like Instagram versus reality. You know, like I look at your Instagram, it is the prettiest picture I've ever seen.
For sure.
I don't believe that every day is a perfectly pretty day.
You don't?
Yeah.
I always look like that, Scheana.
You know what's so funny? I was actually thinking about that today about my Instagram. Is like I post everything that looks perfect, and I want to post not.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm like, I struggle with what I post that people are interested. That's not.
True. Yeah.
I want to do it. It's all my intention. That's why I love doing the podcast and love sitting here and talking about it because I could just be myself. But when I go on Instagram, I struggle with it because the intent is there, but it's like, how do you do it? I so admire people who are so authentically raw and like they look crazy and whatever because I don't judge them. I'm just like, oh, I'm interested in that. I just sometimes don't know how to do it.
Yeah. And I Paris filter everything, you know, and
Paris
it's like,
is the best.
okay, maybe you don't need, but I'm like, no, it just looks like so much better with Paris. It's like automatic. Even if I'm doing a video of Brock, like I still Paris filter it because it smooths it. It looks pretty.
I give everyone that filter. Like I just don't. I hate people that just clean up themselves. Like,
I know, right? When
That's
you can tell, you're like,
they do. When my friends do, everyone do them, and nobody else. They do you dirty. You're like, what?
But I also don't like people over filtering me.
No, that's almost worse than not a filter. It's like too much.
I'm like, I literally was my friends like, who is this?
Right?
Like, apparently it's you. Like I look like a cartoon.
And then I hate when people say, "Oh, well, you don't need a filter." Bitch, I'm the oldest one in the picture. Give me my filter.
That girl's not your friend.
Need the filter first. Okay, do not play in my face.
I love my filters.
Yeah,
but you know it's funny because people always say like what you just said. Like you see me in person, they're like, "Why do you use a filter?" I'm like, "I don't know because I look better. I think
because it makes you feel
feel
good.
better.
It makes you cares.
And you know, Crystal, the thing that I've tried to do is my page, my feed is a little more curated, but then my stories is where I really try to be just a little bit more off the cuff and you know what I'm doing now. I will always put some sort of, you know, pretty something on there because whenever I hold the camera, I'm like, what the heck? Like I am the ugliest person on the planet.
No,
right?
you're not.
You're
do not
not,
speak
but
to
that's
yourself that
way.
way. But I understand.
That camera does not do me any favors. Like everyone else, when they put it there, it looks so good. I don't know why my facial features
sometimes
don't
you have
work.
Pretty days and ugly days.
Yeah,
like some days I like do selfies and I'm like, damn, killing it again today. Just killing it. And some days I'm like, who the hell
this,
is
right?
this? And like, no matter what, I just say, you know what, today's not picture day. Like some days you just
Mine
can't
is every
do
day that I do the selfie. It's like, what is happening?
But sometimes you just like, you know, it's bad. There's good days and bad days. But I wanted to just throw in the fact that like my workout journey, like which is like I say, it's a journey because it is like a struggle for me to like be consistent with it. I really try to be like really just natural and authentic with that because I'm not gonna get up at 6 a.m, go to the gym and be done and cute and wear like cute like workout clothes. Like I look a hot mess and I'm really, you know, authentic in that space, and people love like seeing me look bad, basically. Like,
because it is
like
real.
Shit.
It's relatable.
And she's working out, and she actually does need to be in the gym. Like I don't like mess around and do cute. Like look at me working out, my butt looks good, and I'm like angling my breast to the camera. Like nothing. I'm all covered. I have a hoodie on. Like I don't even look like, you know, I look crazy basically. But it works. People love the real.
They do. They really do.
That's
really
true.
Do. You know, though, I will say, at least for me, when I see a lot of like bloggers or people that aren't necessarily on TV or on shows, they get away with it more, if that makes sense, because they're not like, for me at least with Bravo, they are just like haters.
No, they're
like the second you show anything that's like, you know, not that perfectly curated thing, they just are vicious.
They're vicious.
Like they just come after you, and then like I have to think about my mental health sometimes with that because it's just like, oh, you have a whatever, you look like this or whatever, and you're just like, wow, I didn't think I looked that bad, you know?
So I point it out
that it's a little bit different when you are you take it to the next level. You're not just an influencer or just on social media. Like when you're now on a TV show with an audience that unfortunately sometimes loves to hate. That
most
I think we get a little self-conscious more about it. And so yes, do we all want to feel like we can be a little more authentic? Yes. But the audience sometimes has to understand too that we get a lot of hate for that.
Right.
And so
it's a symbiotic thing. Like they're kind of driving you to try to look that way.
Right.
When you want to be more authentic, but then if you are, it's more judgment. Right. I'm assuming this is what the game is because like when we're talking about gatekeeping, because I actually feel like when I was on the show, people were actually quite nice. They were very complimentary. I didn't get so much hate about like negative, but I got a lot of like, oh, she got her nose done, or she did this and that, and I'm like, I didn't like, and I actually think that has made me not do anything, because every time I think about it, like I've never done Botox, I've never done filler.
You've never even done
like,
Botox?
Can you even take it?
I've never done it, and I'm telling you, I have no judgment, because I told you I went to UC Irvine for pre-med. I wanted to do cosmetic surgery. I'm all about it. I am super pro, but after I did the show, I almost felt like I couldn't do anything, because I wanted to, like, once I did Botox, then I felt like everything else would be a lie. Like trying to defend myself. Right. Because there was like, I remember there was a page, like a plastic surgeon's page that did like a before and after. But I was like, all the time I just like a filtered photo, but they were talking about how, they could see a cut under my nose. Yes. I'm like, yo, like I literally
make up the craziest
had
stuff.
never done a laser at the time. I just like, but I mean, I've done like 3 now, but like I never did injections. So I just feel like I have to like not do it. But it's actually the same thing about the audience. Yeah. Like I'm responding to the audience, because I'm like, I just want to prove that I don't do that. And it's at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It should be like what I want to do.
It's like all about do what you want to do.
I know, but
I feel you on that, because I've never had plastic surgery and I get accused of it all the time. Not even my boobs.
You just have great bone structure.
Okay, so I kind of like officially can't stand you. You've never had any.
No, never.
I've never done any. How do you look like this?
You're very sweet. I don't feel like how do I look like this, but thank you. I've had filler. I've had Botox.
Yeah,
filler
same.
and I do not get along. I've learned my lesson on that, so I can't really do the filler.
Wait, why don't you and filler get along? What happens with that?
It migrates and I look crazy. It like goes all over in the weird places of my face. Okay. Like you can still see it even a little above my lip, and I had my lips done forever ago, and there's still a little bit there. Like the filler does not work out for me. But I will tell you, if we're not gatekeeping, I just this last 2 weeks ago, before I start filming the show, I did what's called Skin V.
Okay, what's
that?
Have
you heard this?
No.
Okay, so I went to California Cosmetics, and it's one of my girlfriends, so I like trust her, right? Mm-hmm. And it's her husband, and it's I'm gonna mess it up, so sorry if I mess this up, but it's like a hyaluronic acid, but it's not.
No,
it's not a thick one. It's a very, very, very thin one, and it goes in, and it's supposed to make your skin look like glass. Like it's supposed to just smooth
like they inject it.
You do it bunch of little injections everywhere, all over your face.
Wait, is that the thing with like the needle thing all over?
That's
like
microneedling.
Okay, so I've had that. Okay, keep talking.
It's like little individual injections all over your face. And I just did it 2 weeks ago, and it's supposed to get better and better and better. The longer
well, it's working so far.
Well, thank you.
Did it hurt?
Slade, weren't you like, your skin looks really, really good after I did it?
Ooh.
No,
right
after bruising. Right after, sure. But it's gotten better over the last couple of weeks. I definitely had bruising. I had bruising for a good week and a half. And even if I take my makeup off, you can still see a little bit of yellowing.
Yeah.
So it lasted for a minute. But I'm really excited about it, because it's the first time it's not quantified as a filler. So it's like it's not going to do what I've always been afraid of with the fillers.
Yeah.
But it supposedly really like helps make your skin, because it plumps that like all the different. I'm not going to explain it right, but it plumps it all up together. So so anyways,
I need that information.
That's the one that I just did, and I'm excited about that.
I've gained some weight, which is why I'm on my Weight Watchers journey right now.
Oh, you are.
So, and I gained weight in my face. Yeah. So, and no matter how I hide, I was able to hide 50 pounds from you guys. Well, I thought I was hiding until I was dragged in my own comments about like, you look like a little bigger than you normally look. But anyway, so I wanted to do like the double chin thing.
Oh, like actually do the surgery
do the
I don't want Kybella or whatever they say?
Kybella,
that I don't want
Kybella?
I want to stay away from any like real surgery stuff, right?
Like cutting.
Yeah, no cutting.
No cutting. Yeah,
no cutting. So, but like I see other people who used to have a double chin don't have one anymore. And I'm like, whatever they're getting done. So I want that.
There are a few of those things. There's the Kybella, and then there's like, is it like Air Sculpt or something like that? I don't know if that's.
I think
there are different things
There's
that
so
you
many.
can.
That's my problem.
So many non-surgical things that you could do.
I don't know what it is.
There's too many, so I just don't do any.
And then what's so hard is every person says something different, because they're promoting whatever machine they have, and then they're like, "Don't go get that because you're going to get messed up there. Try this," and then you're like, "I don't know what to do."
Right.
That's why it's important that as girlfriends, we share what's worked and what's actually good, because we don't want to mess ourselves
up.
up.
But I think there's so much gatekeeping. I mean, we live in LA.
Kardashians. what are you really doing?
People look perfect out there, and it's like, just tell them, like, we know you're doing something.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
Let's give some more business to your doctor.
Right.
Yeah, like everyone wants to do what you're doing.
Lohan.
I was getting ready to say, I'm not trying to call her out, but she looks
incredible. Because it's good.
And I need whatever she had. I need to do exactly what she's done.
I think it's so natural.
That was the most amazing transformation I've
but
ever
it looks
seen
so
in my
natural.
life. It looks so natural.
And like,
nothing.
because I think a lot of times people look overdone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but she just looks like she like took a nap.
She looked like she became 20 again.
Yeah.
It was
I know.
the
She looked
wildest
better
thing.
than she was did when she was 20.
Literally.
She literally looks better.
I want to go.
What did you do?
Yeah, we got to go find. We got to go find her.
Lindsay, we're tracking you down, Lindsay.
You should have invited her today.
Why can't we get her on the podcast?
Lindsay Lohan on here so we can like.
You're like, that's my thing.
Go
It's
see her doctor.
Like, because I've never done Botox or anything, but I would totally go through a machine and like do everything like the Swan.
we want the Lindsay
Like, if you
package.
tell me I'll look like Lindsay Lohan by the end of it, I will do it.
We'll
all.
do it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, I'm not scared.
And I'm
Just
the
I
same
need
way.
to be.
I'm not afraid of like
confirmation
plastic surgery. Like I'm afraid of plastic surgery. I want to do plastic surgery. I've literally gone in and talked to doctors
but it's
about
scary.
like, can I do my boobs? Can I do my nose? Can I whatever the issues? And then I chicken out. I get
because
scared.
it's so permanent.
Yeah.
Where I feel like you said, like you did filler and you didn't like it.
Yeah.
But it takes a minute to get, but it goes.
But eventually
you cut
somewhat
your
goes.
skin,
Yeah.
it goes the wrong way.
Yeah. It's
Exactly.
scary.
It's scary. And you can see so many women who do great jobs, but like sometimes you don't have the same face. You don't have the same
Yeah.
skin type. You don't,
I know.
and I just like, my thing is like, and I know everyone's thing is this, like, I don't want to look different. I just want to stop.
Yeah, I just stop the aging. I just want to stay tight, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like too, and tell me if you feel this way as well, but like, and you know, your daughter's young, but having a young daughter, if I were to get any work done, then she's looking at me like, oh, you think like you're not good enough or you're not pretty enough.
Right.
Like even when I put on makeup, I try to be like, oh, mommy's just being fancy. And then I'll like give her a plain brush and she thinks she's putting a little bit on because I'm like, I don't ever want her to feel like you have to have makeup to be pretty. Mommy had to go get like a mini facelift because she looks old. And so I'm like,
All the
with
time
having
I
a
talk to
daughter,
Zoe.
it's holding me back from doing the things I want to do because I'm like, if I come home with like a crazy bruised face and like incisions, it's like, what did you do? Then I'm gonna have to lie to her and be like, oh, mommy got in an accident. Like, I don't know.
It's hard. I have to, because like Zoe's is turning 10 and half of her presents yesterday was skincare and makeup.
Oh wow, yeah.
Wow.
When we were 10,
We were doing that. Yeah.
I was getting like
getting Barbies.
scrunchy,
Yes,
dolls.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, and every time she like wants to put on, she's so good at, you know Zoe. And it's like, she's like, oh, you need more highlighter. I'm like, why do you know this? Like, it's so weird, you know? And I want to keep her like a baby, you know, but there is a kind of inevitability about it with the world right
culture.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The culture, they see us getting, so I can't do it and myself and not allow it. So it's kind of like baby steps with me. But yes, I agree. Like, I think if we're so young, like if you come home looking different and having cuts in your face and stuff, I think it's hard to explain to that age. My girlfriends who are a bit older than me who've gotten facelifts and stuff, like their daughters are in college or older.
Right.
It's a different thing.
Yes.
Totally.
You know, but I think it's hard with this age.
Yeah, it makes me actually sad that the younger generation actually even has to focus. That's even something to even talk about because like when we were younger, like I didn't even think about.
I didn't even know what that
Like
was.
I didn't
Never.
care what I looked like. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what God gave me to work
Yeah.
with, and I'm just gonna put makeup on and do what I got to do. But I never even thought about like, oh, I hate my, ears. I hate my chin. Like I don't know. I feel like that.
Yeah, there was never like
That
manipulating your
conversation
face.
needs to happen like way later. And I'm very team. If you don't like something about yourself, fix it.
Absolutely.
1000%. Like I would
believe in that,
never not be that person. But I do think it's a little interesting when people change their whole face. Like, and it's like they're just not like they just literally erase themselves.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, wow, that I feel like that's.
I also think the reason why I don't do anything is because Rob, he as a director, like we've been together 20 years. It always has bothered him. People like women doing work on their face because he's like, it's so hard to edit them. They look so different. Their face doesn't move. His whole thing is like character and having an animated face, and and he's like, I mean, I've been in a room with him editing bay, and he's like, I can't even see. She's upset. It's like, so hard for him. And
I'd
it's
be
like,
do more.
For reality
Right.
TV, it's great to
Yes,
have the resting
exactly.
bitch face, but when you're acting, I'm like, okay, I gotta let the Botox wear off a bit, and
it's actually a
have
big
expression.
decision for him. It's like he doesn't. It's hard for him.
Yeah.
So I've just always, for 20 years, I've heard how, and it's gotten, obviously, surgery has gone increasingly more.
Mm-hmm.
So I married someone who like loves a face that looks different. Like he loves character.
Yeah.
So that makes it easier. Like he doesn't want me to look cookie cutter.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just hide behind that. So I don't have to
But
spend the money and do it,
Then on the other side, I feel like actors, they get such a hard time when they do age naturally and they just look older.
Right.
Totally.
And then
They
I
look
feel like
so
all the
old.
younger people who got the work done
I
are
know.
working more than they work. So it's kind of like you gotta,
It's
catch
it's
22.
like you gotta like,
It really is.
keep yourself together as much as you
Right.
can. But I guess still trying to be in a space where you are just looking as good as you can look for that age. Because my thing is like, again, I don't even know if I said that, but I usually just always claim to be the oldest person in the room. I know I'm older than all of you guys are. But I don't like when people like old people shame. Like I'm in a space now where representation is so important. I own my age. I'm always like, hey, 50 Cent. Like right now I have
50 what?
50 Cent.
50
like,
cents.
well, when I turned 50, I named myself 50 Cent. Like 50 Cynthia. It's a whole thing.
I was like, what?
You gotta watch the show, girl.
Okay, got it. I don't watch the shows, clearly.
But anyway, 50 Cent is my alter ego.
I love it.
And with that said, the people that I talk to the most on my Instagram is like the women, like older women in their 50s. And I have a birthday
Girl, I'm
coming
just
up.
right behind you. I'm 47. You act like you're like 80.
I'm
there,
going
girl.
to be 58 on my birthday.
No, you are not.
Yes, I am. I am. I am.
Does she not
1000%.
look
Yeah.
insane?
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought one younger, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No. I'm going to be 58 and February 19th is coming up.
Incredible.
And-
Happy early
Babe.
birthday.
Yeah, thank
like
you.
We should just
Thank
all
you so-
do whatever.
I
we're
mean,
doing. Like,
babe,
you're
seriously,
the guru
what?
of all
Insane.
beauty
What are you
brains.
drinking? What is your routine?
Not enough water.
What's happening?
Like, I mean, I just really have to just thank my, genetics. And,
Wow.
I just got blessed with some good genes and a good set of
Absolutely.
cheekbones. Like, all of that is
Wow.
just what it is. But, what I find so sad is that we live in a society where getting older is like something people like
They
look
frown upon.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, like even with my, I've like been married twice and I'm dating now. And even dating, they're like, oh, girl, you've been married twice. You're like older. Like, what? Why don't you just give it up? I'm like, excuse me.
Do you
Like,
say that?
like they say
I
stuff
can
like
believe
that.
it, yes, because
So
people
And they're
rude.
like,
are
oh, well,
assholes.
why?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're like old now. Like, you don't
Old
like
now,
anytime I
no,
try to be great. And
not even
I really
old.
like don't really like I just try to really be, like I said, like stay in an authentic place for myself because I just don't have the time or the energy. I'm like, this is it. This is what you get.
Right.
And when people like come for me, I'm like, it's not like I'm sitting here with like a little mid-rip top on and a mini skirt,
Right.
like,
But you
But you
still look
could.
hot if
They-
you did.
but I could.
Oh, really?
And by the time
But
I
you
get
could.
done by March, hopefully, I may have to pop
Yeah.
out, and do it,
Might have to show up.
But yeah, I don't like that because I think getting older is a blessing. It's a
Yes,
luxury. Like so many
absolutely.
people, like you just have to really
Yes.
live your life. And
Yeah.
it's really sad that we live in a world where people think like, oh,
Yeah.
that's not an amazing thing
Right.
to see 58, to see 60, to see 70. I was just reading something. Someone's like 110. Like, I mean, I don't know if I want to live that long, but I'm just saying
Wow.
that it's a blessing that you get to
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
You get to wake up.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like too, when we are on TV, especially reality TV, people like to pick apart every little thing.
sure.
Like, I never noticed that the right side of my lip was thinner than the left side until
We have the exact same problem. Like legit, I had to overline my lip today because it
Yeah.
like literally goes down. It
They're
looks
not even.
so
But
weird.
Did you find out because people said it?
Yeah, just
Yes.
watching back the show and my
Yes.
confessionals, I
They
was
literally
like,
say
oh.
it. They point
But
it
I think
out.
one
Never
side of the
noticed that.
face
So
is different than
crazy.
the other
What's
side.
wrong
That,
with
like
people?
one side is definitely different than the other side. Which is why
Yeah.
you have a good side and a bad side.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure, and I was noticing this in my last confessional. I go back to Atlanta for season 16 as an official friend of the show,
Uh-huh.
and I think one of my eyes is bigger than the other one.
Oh, I
Like,
think
for
so
sure.
for sure.
Sure, might have.
Like I kept
They for
looking into
sure
the
say
monitor,
that.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta go
You're
get
like,
this left
what is
eye.
going
Look like
on?
it's literally closing down on me
Yeah.
right now.
Okay,
What
that's
is
the
happening?
gatekeeping. I
Yeah.
use a filter and I open up one of my
You have an eye
eyeballs.
opener?
Yeah, I just like stretch it out because my eye is like so small.
But I feel like you gave me some kind of product that was supposed to open my eye up.
I did.
Upneek. Yeah. It's the best ever. Upneek.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's eye drops that you put in.
And it
I need to do it on one eye.
I just got to do it on my one eye.
Yeah. It literally like opens up your like it's actually for people that have some. It's like I'm going to mess it up, but I think it's some sort of disease where their eyelids droop and it actually allows the eyelids to lift up. So I always post about it and I go, ladies, if you don't want to go get the upper bluff, put this in your eyes and it helps uplift your eyes.
I'm good. I need that.
Yeah. It's called Upneek.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. See,
okay.
We're letting the ladies know.
Yeah.
And men out there that may be watching that have an eye that's shutting down on them.
Well, I do want to get into.
Why are you shaking your head no? Why?
The lens on a camera.
Listen to him doing all.
Where you turn your head, it may change the way you view. It doesn't mean your face is off.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
I think there's a good side and a different
I've been
side.
looking at my face in these
He's
eyes
over
for a
there
long
shaking his
time.
head
One
like,
is
you guys
definitely
are
a little bigger.
You're lying. My face is
I
weird.
think for sure.
Sorry.
I think for sure.
Yeah.
It's a weird face.
Who brought this guy?
I know. Body
Okay.
anyways. Being all
One more
scientific
break.
in the
We'll be
corner.
right back.
It's like, we're getting the facelifts, okay? Just stop, okay? Enough already.
All right, y'all. You have heard about Rakuten here on the podcast before, and I'm here to talk to you about it again because even though the holidays are over, we're still shopping. Am I right? We're shopping all year round, whether it's for a birthday, for ourselves, for something for the house, for our pets. We're always shopping, and Rakuten is the smartest way to save money when you shop because you earn cash back at over 3,500 stores. We're talking fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, concert tickets, and more. So some of my personal favorite stores are Walmart. I love Walmart because they just have everything. Ulta and Sephora for all of my beauty needs. And also Petco for Penny Lane and Salem. So here's how it works. Your favorite stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and Rakuten then passes on a part of that payment to its members as cashback. Cashback is deposited directly into your PayPal account, or Rakuten can send you a check. You can even maximize your savings by stacking cashback on top of other deals like store sales and coupons. Because, I mean, you're already shopping at your favorite stores, so why not save while you're doing it? It's a no-brainer. Membership is free and it's easy to sign up. Get the Rakuten app now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. See Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten. Your cashback really adds up. Okay, well, in the spirit of, not gatekeeping. So, Gretchen, it was recently announced that you'll be filming for Real Housewives of Orange County.
Yes.
What has this been, like a decade you've been off the show?
Yes.
Wow, it's been that long?
It's been actually, I think, 11 years this year.
Wow.
Yes. I didn't know it was that long.
Isn't that crazy? I know a lot of people, because here's the thing, they re-air it all the time, like just old episodes. And then I've shown up a couple times and I've been talked about a lot of the seasons. So like,
okay, so you
I mean?
really confirmed to me what, they always say, like, one's a housewife, alwa's a housewife.
Yes.
Because I actually, now I don't film. I think I'm completely anonymous.
Right.
I walk around like a
No,
ghost.
so not.
No.
And I'm like,
No.
Even we have like mutual friends. Like I used to watch Orange County. I'm like, I of course know who you are. Like I'm a fan of the show. I cannot believe it's been 11 years.
11 years. See,
Yeah.
isn't that wild? But the
That's
show, what people don't
crazy.
realize is the show has been seen, I think, by 500 million people worldwide. It's in 144 countries. It's syndicated. So it's like,
It's everywhere.
It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And if
Was
you
Orange
think
County
about
first?
it, we're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
into our 19th
Wow.
season this year. So like that's
That's a lot.
almost 20 years. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a
Yeah.
long time.
That is a long time.
When you
know?
left the show, I boycotted it. I didn't watch it for
Aw.
years.
I know.
And then as I got to know Shannon, I would
Yeah.
watch here and there. But I never, since you left, watched a full season until this past season
Yeah.
because I just like really felt like Shannon was going to need some extra support.
Yes.
And I just wanted to watch it and be informed. And
Yes.
perfect timing because
I
now
know.
So
we're
you're a team
back.
Shan.
Yeah.
So like, who are you
Well,
in
so
with?
I gotta be a little careful because
I know, you
technically
can't
am
say
not
much.
allowed to,
Okay, okay,
to
of course.
talk about it. But yes, I'm actually friends with most of the cast, so that's great coming in as a friend. And it was an interesting decision for me because I have other projects going on, so I really
Mhm.
it didn't make sense for me to do it. And at the beginning, I was like, no, I said no, and then after lots of talks and lots of this and working things out. and having conversations with some friends.
I was one of them.
With my friend.
And I had to keep the secret. So just know, ladies, that if you tell me, keep the secret,
Cynthia
I will
kept
keep
the
the
secret.
secret.
Scheana kept the secret.
Yeah.
And meaning they just helped me decide if this role was the right role for me, coming in as a friend. And ultimately, I made the decision. I'm excited about it, but I do have other things going on, so it just works. It's a great situation. I honestly, it was the situation I didn't know I needed. You know what I mean? Like I always was just like, if I come back, I'm coming back full time. But the way this all worked out, it's exactly how it needed to work out.
She literally says it's the best job in the business, being a friend. She loves it.
That's what she said.
I know we were talking about that when we went to lunch. And so I wanted to ask you about that too. Now that I know she can't say much right now, but you also filmed a season as a friend. So going from a housewife to a friend, what did you like about that? And what was there anything that was difficult for you?
Well, I love the privacy of my personal life, for sure. But then you got to realize, too, I filmed Real Housewives of Atlanta as a consistent housewife for like 11 years.
Right. Yeah.
So I was kind of good on being a housewife. Right. It wasn't like, oh, man, I just want to keep doing this. Like, I did it. I had 2 marriages, 2 divorces. You know, my daughter came out on the show. Like, she went to college on the show. We did every single thing. And then for me, I just felt like, you know what, I just had nothing else that I really wanted to share. And I really wanted to focus on some other things. Yeah. And I did. I pivoted. I went right into my acting career, which is great. That's still like my priority. Like that's what I'm really, really super focused on still now. But I still love the fans. I still love the network. Right. I'm never going to not be known on that show. Yeah. So for me, it's a great way to stay connected to the fans. Totally. And I thought, you know what? If they can work around my life, and I have a pretty busy life, even doing a podcast with Crystal, I'm out here all the time. Right. You know, shooting Humble Brag. If they can work around the other 800 things I have going on, then why not go back to the platform that made me famous? I was I was well known as a model, but I wasn't a household name. Let's just be real. This housewife thing, it's like instant celebrity. Yeah. And the fan base is like a whole cult. Like they love really us. Yeah. And they missed, my fans miss me. They're always asking me, how's Noelle? It's like they're pretty invested in my life still, even though I haven't been on the show as a housewife for a couple of years now. Yeah. So,
I mean, look at 10 years and they still are very invested in everything. It's wild. I'm like, really? 10 years later, you're still like,
I think you're going to enjoy it.
I hope so.
I think so. I do. And the fans are different now. I think when we used to watch your show, like it was sort of no one ever admitted they watched Housewives. It was like this underground thing and it was almost like embarrassing. Right. Now it's like pop culture. Yeah. Absolutely. Like everyone knows Housewives and everyone's like anyone on Bravo. It's like, it's not a big deal. Right. And you could be part of the mix in a different way. Absolutely. And I think even though the audience, that's the thing. I don't think did you have social media then?
We had, I think it was MySpace
Twitter.
And Facebook.
Okay. So that part
kind of was coming in. And
that's going to be crazy.
I know. That part's going to be interesting.
That's going to be crazy. Well, but I think you'll have more fun.
Yeah. And the whole perception of the friend role has changed over the years since you were, a part of the show. Right. Like
unless
before,
you're Alexis.
People,
unless that.
I think people looked at, the whole friend role is like you're less than if you're a friend. Like you're just not somehow, good enough or qualified enough or have enough going on to be a housewife.
No, I have so much going on.
That's why I need to be a friend because I got too damn much going on. That I'm focused on.
You're so right.
And I really always shout out Kathy Hilton. Like she's a great example of obviously somebody that doesn't need to be on the show. Yes. And she comes on and she just does her thing and she has a great time. And I always love that she does that because I don't think she needs the money. Mm-hmm. I don't think she needs the fame. It's Kathy Hilton. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I think she's on to something here. So I support. And I'm so happy that you're coming back as a friend.
I know, me too.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, friends.
So with this, to ladies, housewives, friends, would you ever consider coming back as a friend, if not a housewife?
It's so funny. It has only been like 8 months. So it's so new for me. It's crazy. I know every day she's like, you're going to go back one day. Yeah. I think it's a little fresh right now. But as the days go on, I think that if I ever went back, I would do so much better because I needed that space. Yeah. I was just too scared of the whole thing. Yeah. I had, if you listen to the friend episode that I had, it's like so much influence about people trying to I just lost a lot of friends because I did the show. And so I just done myself down, quieted myself.
Yeah.
And now I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So I would go back and just as myself now. But I think if it happens, it'll happen when it's supposed to. Like, I don't know if today's the day.
Yeah.
But if I would go back as a friend, there's no issue for me. I don't know. I feel like if they wanted me there, they would want Rob. And like, I don't know, they'd like Rob and the kids.
Yeah.
But they don't love it. I will say, like, it was hard on the kids, and the kids were young when I filmed it. They were like 5, 6, 7. It's so much easier, and like now that Max is in middle school, I don't think that that's like right for them. But who knows? I mean, I don't know.
You're
know.
open to it.
Yeah,
I'm open. I'm always open because you have to be in this world now. You know, like I don't think a couple of years ago. I remember when I first got the call, it was like, no way.
Yes, right?
You know,
because that happened to me a few years back. I was like, nope. And then it's like just the timing of things and then the way it all pans out. And you're like, okay, well,
because you never
now.
think of yourself with that person. I mean, I guess if you're an actor, maybe, but like I wasn't. I just got a random cold call. And here I am, like sitting with you guys. Like it's still bizarre to me. So that's my thing. It's like never say never. But I feel like if it happened, it'd be okay. It'd be the right time.
Yeah.
Not now.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely miss you this season. Missed your presence on the show. So manifesting that for the future.
Oh, she's going back at some point.
Are you watching?
No, I'm not watching.
Okay.
Yeah, I watch clips, but no, it's so weird. But I think I just need still the space.
It's fresh.
It's too new. Yeah.
I get that.
It's too new. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, when I think about how they've rebooted Vanderpump Rules and now it's going to be all new people.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to watch?
I feel like I have to, but it's going to be so weird, you
Yeah.
know? But
It's weird to watch it.
I do know a couple of the girls who have been asked to do the season. So I'm like, for them, I was even there last week. My girlfriend from high school and I went out with Captain Jason and a friend from Bravo. And we ended up at Sir, it was like Craig's, Chaconi's, Sir, the Abbey.
Right.
We made our West Hollywood rounds. And when we were at Sir, one of the girls was asking me for advice. And I just talked to her for so long.
Yeah.
And that made me want to watch it even more because I'm like, I'm so excited that, you know, I had this for 11 years and now, you know, I have other things I'm working on. But I'm like, even if it's a flop, even if it's a success, either way, I'm like, the fact that they're getting their shot for at
There
least
you go.
one season.
I love that.
I'm so happy for them. And I'm like, I do kind of want to watch the hot mess at Sir that was once us.
I think it'd be different if the show got rebooted. I would watch it probably if it was rebooted.
True.
Yeah.
But because I just know too much and also I just know how the sausage is made.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not that interested anymore. But I think if it was a totally different show, I'd maybe be like more interested.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Would you do a different show? Like say like Traders or any of you watching that?
I literally was
That's a
late
good
because I
show.
was watching Traders in bed.
That is so funny.
I was
That's
like,
a
I'm
good
watching
show.
Traders
Don't
right now.
gatekeep and say it's traffic. No, I'm just kidding.
Girl,
He's like, I'm running a little late.
Obsessed.
I would sign a 20-year contract with Beverly Hills if they give me 1 year of
Yes.
Traders. I want Traders so bad.
me too.
I watch that show putting myself in everyone's position. What would I would do? Because I'm like such a gamer. And that
you
is like
are?
my
Okay.
that is so my
She
environment.
has a good poker face too. I think she'll be a great trader.
See, I
Oh,
wouldn't be good at
love
that. I
it.
think Slade would be great at it.
Yeah.
Slade would be really good
You
at it.
would
I
be
don't-
good
I
at
could-
it.
Right?
Yeah.
But
I know
couldn't
it's
do
kind
it.
of weirdly
I don't
an
think I
offensive
could do
thing to
it.
say, but I would. Yes.
No, you'll be a great
I
trader.
would crush.
I would suck as a trader. For sure.
I also love that there's so many women left this season, you know, just in the spirit
But
of
I'm not
Galentine.
caught
I'm
up.
like, oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
You're not?
Uh-oh. Where are you at?
What
Who
were
was
you
the last
watching?
person to get kicked off?
Okay,
Oh, 11.
so right now they just kicked off Bob.
You're behind.
You're like,
I know,
girl.
but I do that purposely.
Okay.
I can't wait weekly.
Well,
I gotta binge.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
going
I'm
to
in the
skip
binge
this card
week.
because I
Right?
don't want to do any spoilers
Okay.
for
Yeah, there we
you.
go.
You know what?
But-
Do it. If it's
No. Just,
it's okay.
I mean,
Because I'll watch it today when I get back.
okay. Well, it's spoiler alert for you.
Yeah.
It's only female traders left.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm behind then. It's
Oh.
really. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, female traders or female cast?
Traders.
Oh, okay. Traders. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Bob's gone.
Yeah.
I only had Carolyn and Danielle left.
And Boston Rob.
Okay, so he's on the verge of leaving today. I feel it.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
By the way, we will talk about traders all day. Okay,
Yes.
moving
No,
on.
I
Okay.
know. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah, me too.
He's so good.
Right.
Boston Rob.
Would you want to be a faithful or a traitor?
See, here's the thing. I've watching this show said like, oh, I would have to be a faithful.
Yeah, I feel like
But then
I'm
I
faithful.
feel like everyone would just expect me to be a
Right.
faithful. And because I'm like, friends with everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
have had friends on
That's me.
every season. So I know whatever season, if I were to ever do it, I would 100% have friends. I have friends in the Survivor world, Big Brother,
Right.
not
Yep.
just Bravo. So I'm
Yeah.
like, guaranteed I know 1 to 7 people on the season.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I was a traitor, I don't think anyone would suspect it.
No. Which would it would make you
Which
a
makes it
traitor.
good.
But
So
you would
I
have
don't
to
know.
betray your friends.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's why if
That would be
you are-
so hard.
I think
Yeah.
it's better to be a faithful if everyone assumes you're a faithful. Because you'll I feel like that's how Chriselle is going. Don't tell me about Chriselle. But like, I know Chriselle, she's just like everyone's friend.
Yeah.
So it's easy for her to just keep going because she's such everyone's friend.
Yeah.
But like, so I think that if you're such a person who's such a nice person, it would be so hard to lie to everybody.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
That's why I
it
don't
would
think
be.
I would want to do it. Because
Yeah.
if they pick me as that, I would
You would
epically
crumble.
fail.
It would
Yeah.
be so hard.
I feel like I'd be like,
Yeah.
no, sorry, I'm lying to you. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Like I would
that's
give
me.
up.
Yeah.
And if
like,
it's someone I'm genuinely friends with, like if it were any of you,
Yes.
Dolores this
Just, like, lying
season,
to your face.
I don't
That
know
would be
that.
so hard.
I'm like, I don't know how would
That'd
I
be
do
hard.
it?
Yeah.
That'd be
See, I
really
don't
hard.
think I would be good as a traitor or a faithful. Actually, now that I think about it, because like as a faithful, I'm not really good at figuring out who. I wouldn't be good at figuring out who the traitors are. Like I don't think
I don't think I would
really,
either.
Like because I'm just kind of like
I believe everyone. I think everyone's telling the truth.
Yeah.
I'm the worst
But that's
judge
why
of
they-
character.
you would
and I
stay
get
on
easily
forever.
pulled in.
I do too.
to,
That's
like,
why you
I
always stay on
believe-
shows.
Yeah.
I believe the best in everybody. I'm
And
like,
then,
oh,
like-
they're good.
Yeah.
yeah,
the
Boston
traitor
Rob's
part,
not a
like-
traitor.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you asked me, if you came up to me on that show and was like, Cynthia, Denise Bailey, are you a traitor? I'd be like, fuck. I am. Like I would
Don't tell anybody.
I'd be like, you
Like,
better not
shit, I
say
just broke
anything,
my
but I
contract.
am
Yeah, exactly.
such a traitor, but you can't say anything. Like I wouldn't even know what to
That's
do
how I
with
would be.
myself.
I know. I didn't.
Yeah.
That's why I say I don't think I would be good at that show.
Well, manifesting it for one
Okay.
season.
Manifest that one.
We should
for
go
me.
on there
That's what I
together.
want.
Okay, we're gonna manifest.
Now
it.
they're gonna put us all on the same
We need to
season.
be all on the same
They're gonna be
season.
like,
One of
we're
us
putting
will
all
be a
of you.
traitor.
Yeah,
I know this
exactly.
whole friend romance thing is going to be over. We put traitors together. Everybody's going to be coming for
Right?
everybody.
I'm already
Funny.
apologizing now when I kill you guys
Yes,
all.
exactly.
It was not personal.
Exactly.
I just
Right?
wanted that $12,000.
So
Exactly.
Crystal's dead. Okay, still staying in the NBCU family. Are you all watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
No.
No.
I'm in and out.
Yeah,
Like,
Okay.
I've seen a couple things, but
Yeah.
I've not watched.
I know
Like I know
everybody
what's
is, though.
happening for the
Okay,
most part.
Yeah.
so
from
we don't need
clips.
to. It's already wrapped up. The season's
Yeah.
over. But I saw online that it kind of went viral that Whitney at the reunion had taped her necklaces to her back.
Oh, I saw
I
that.
did
And
see that.
people like zoomed in and they're like, oh my God, all I can fixate on is that Whitney taped her necklaces. I'm like, well, first of all, if you want them to be
Yeah,
in
to
perfect
drop a
place,
certain way. That's like a good
not really
idea.
thinking that you're being filmed from the back. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would
That's
do the
smart.
same thing.
I thought that was kind of smart.
Right?
That is
Yeah,
I've
smart.
never,
super
I've
smart.
never
I think
thought to
people-
tape my necklace
Yeah.
back. So
People
I'm like,
really don't know how things are made.
No.
They all
but I'm
think
like,
it's
why
like
are you hating?
100%
Yeah,
real.
why is that
like-
even a big deal? People tape their breasts. They tape all
I
kind
know.
of stuff to like, look great for
Absolutely.
a reunion or whatever.
Also, Brittany, the friend of Housewives, she apparently showed up in the same dress as Angie. And I'm like, don't we all have to send in our looks for
Yes.
approval and they pick what dress?
It's not
So-
even one
Yeah.
look. It's every day they text you.
Right.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
So I'm like, I
That's
don't know how that happened. Obviously, she had to have a backup dress. So maybe she was like, no, I really want to wear
Wait,
this
for the
one.
reunion? They
For
had
the
to say-
reunion.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, and they know
Like-
that before she walks
Yes.
out. So
Yeah.
that's weird.
I know.
That
So
was-
she wore the other one, but I'm like,
was that
She did.
how did it
intentional?
even-
Did she do that to like make waves?
I mean, probably. She's had this whole, what about me this season, which I feel like I started that personally first.
you better take your
She's
credit.
taken it to another level. But here at Shenanigans, we've been doing a Jack's hole of the week. Andy has his Jack
yeah.
hole. Jack's just
Jack's
made it
hole is a funny
so
word.
easy,
So funny.
just doing so many Jack's whole things. So I named it after Jax Taylor. But I wanted to give it to Brittany this week for a few reasons. She very unfairly blamed Bronwyn for one of the reasons or the reason for not speaking to her daughters right now. And Andy comes in, he's like, hold up. And then they show her casting tape where she says she's estranged from her daughters. He's like, we're not putting this on Bronwyn when you said before you even started the show, you're not talking to your daughters.
Oh,
So
wow.
That's reason number one.
Mm.
She was recording the girls in the Sprinter van while being like, oh no, I'm just recording a video for my daughter while getting the audio. Oh, I just showed her the scenery.
Oh.
Reason number two, like that's such a violation.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already the GoPros, in the car. You're filming a show. Why do you have to have it on
did they catch
your
her
phone?
filming?
Yes, they did. And Meredith went in screaming at her. And then her response to Meredith confronting her over the insinuation that I know you can relate to this, that Meredith had an eating disorder. Because she said that she heard her throwing up in the room and sobbing. And Meredith was like, I had a coughing attack. Like I was on the phone and I was upset. And then, I was coughing. But she was like, well, I mean, I know. I think, did she say back when I would throw up or something, did she say she had? However it was that Brittany worded it, it was the insinuation of, well, maybe she was throwing up because she's bulimic. And that's not okay. I struggled with this in college. We all know it's something that Crystal struggled with. And it got brought back up on Vanderpump Rules around season 5 when I was taking my health seriously for the first time in my adult life and started working out with a trainer, lost the weight that was just unhealthy weight. And everyone's like, oh, you're anorexic. And I'm like, no. I take high offense to that because I was that in college and now I'm being so healthy, but I'm accused of that. There was this scene where Jax makes fun of my ass being flat and they zoom in on it. And I'm like, since when did this become funny?
Yeah.
It's not at all.
Trivialize
an
eating disorder is so bad.
Oh. Yeah. But there were many reasons I made her my Jackhole of the week. But as we are celebrating sisterhood today, I also wanted to give Brittany her flowers too. That girl can fucking sing.
Okay.
She has an incredible voice.
Really?
She's been very funny on social media. And she did a video where she is singing Defying Gravity and hit every note.
Wow.
I was shocked. I watched it 5 times. I was like, is she really singing? Is she lip singing?
Right.
No.
Wow.
She crushed it. So Jackhole, but also some flowers. And I also wanted us to go around and give each other some flowers, So on Real Housewives of Salt Lake, they did this game on the finale where they're like, let's do a burn book and go through our phones and read the meanest thing we ever said about each other, but have the other person read it out loud. Could you imagine sitting around with all of the housewives and you just type in Tamara's name, but the worst thing you've ever said about her, and then you hand her the phone and then she reads it out loud.
Oh, wait, what?
They did this on the finale.
It was epic.
On the finale. And then on the reunion, they did the opposite. So they had to go around and say something nice about everyone.
And everybody played the game?
Yeah. Everyone played the game.
Gretchen's like, what? I got myself
Delete. No,
there's so many games now in House. They always bring in a game.
That's
it's
interesting.
When it's fun.
I know.
Wow.
If it's not a
Yeah. So I thought that would be fun that we could do that with each other. So I'll start.
And read the nastiest thing we've written. No.
Yeah. So everyone pull out your phones, type in each other's name. And then
thankfully, I've never said anything.
Gretchen read what I said about you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, same. But we'll start and then we'll just go me to you, you to
so
you.
we're going to say the nicest thing about each.
Nice, just anything. Yeah. Just give a compliment. You know, it's girl day.
To everyone or just one person?
Just one. We'll go I'll go to Gretchen go to you. And then
that's
do a little circle. Okay. So Gretchen, I've known you the longest in this room. I think you are an incredible mother, an incredible friend. I know that it was such a journey for you to get your baby, and she is so perfect. She is the perfect mix of the two of you, seriously. Yeah. And I just love watching your journey as a mom, and I'm so thankful that we've been friends for so long because you are an incredible woman.
Thank you. I love you.
Yeah.
You're so sweet.
I love you.
Aww. Well, I've known Cynthia. Gosh, how long have we known each other too? Because I feel way back from when we both started Housewives.
Yeah.
That long. At least 11 years
At least.
now.
Yeah.
So the thing I love about you is you really are just a girl's girl.
Thank you.
That is something that is hard to find in this world. And you really are. And perfect example, when I called you up, it's we haven't talked for several years, but she literally picked up my call.
On the first ring. I was
first
hey,
ring,
what's up?
She's like, hey girl, what's up? And it was so refreshing to know that even though there had been so much time, it was we easily got right back into our conversation and you were there for me and you were honest. And you didn't do any gatekeeping with me, which I so appreciate because it's very hard to find people in life, but also in this business that do that. So I'm just so appreciative for your friendship, and you're like salt of the earth woman. So,
oh, thank you. I received that. So who do I say? Do I say? Okay, I do Crystal. Oh, well, this is easy. I'm obsessed with Crystal. So, all right.
She's like,
I'm
my
so
turn.
tired of giving this bitch her flowers.
Yeah, right? That's a lot.
Okay, what else
There
can
we
I say
go
about
again.
Crystal Minkoff? Okay.
So much.
All right, I have to look you in the eye with me. Turn
Don't
around.
make me
Oh my goodness,
got
I'm losing my
balls
balls.
very good at this. And it makes
Oh.
me, oh my God. And you know,
Okay.
I'm very weird with compliments.
All right, so Crystal.
Yeah.
You already know that I'm obsessed with you. And you make it so easy and fun to be obsessed with you. But I just appreciate you for being the friend I never knew I needed. Like, I'm at a point in my life where I'm kind of getting rid of friends. Like, I'm kind of like,
right.
it's quality over quantity at this point. And you coming into my life through Humble Brag, even though we knew each other before Humble Brag, but this like really like, cemented us, and you will never get rid of me, like no matter fucking what. So if you ever get mad at me, you better call my ass and we better go and have dinner and work it out.
Yes.
But you are, and I said this on your birthday post, you're my safe space, you're my happy space. I never knew that I could have a friend who is so easy. Like, you're just so easy. You make friendship so easy for me. And I'm not doing drama friends anymore. So that's a good thing.
Yep.
As you get older, like, you really want to
Yes.
simplify. And thank you for just making sisterhood easy. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of Humble Brag. I never knew I needed that either. But I just love you. And you make it easy for me to love you. And I just think you are the fucking shit. And I got your back. And I will fight a bitch over this one right here. Okay.
Aw.
So
I mean, how do you beat that? I love you so much. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I love you too so much. Wow.
My
This
turn.
is insane.
It's like,
I
hello,
know.
bring it on.
No, there's
over.
another part on the Housewives reunion for Salt Lake where Brittany, they're going around doing this, and Brittany's already been, escorted off, or she walked off because it was time for the friend to wrap up.
Yeah.
And then she looks dead in the camera and she's like, what about me? I want them to say nice things about me too.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
sounds a little crazy.
Yeah. Great for TV.
Thank you. Okay, Scheana, it's very easy to give you your flowers. And it's something that I've never shared with you, but I find you so inspiring, and you inspire me specifically. You are younger than me, but you are such a boss. And we connected very early, and I think we were kind of an unlikely pair. And the four of us, with Brock and Rob, I think
Yeah.
we're also very unlikely. And I love, you are so like feminine, such a mom, so sweet, and like unassuming. She calls me unassuming. I think you are, but you work so hard. I've never seen someone like you do what you do. You are very clear in your mission, and you work for your family, and you do it without any judgment or ego. You just do it because you want to build a life for your family. And I find that so inspiring, and that's something like I've leaned into because of you. And I want you to know that. I've never said that to you, but it's very true. I work harder because I watch you.
Oh my God. That's so
It's true.
sweet.
So I
Thank
just want you to know that.
I love you. And from the first day we met, I mean, I had watched you on the show before, but then when we met, because I knew I liked you just from watching you on TV, and then instant click.
Instant.
Yeah.
And it makes me teary.
Oh,
Like
I know.
I work harder because of you.
Thank you. That's
beautiful.
such a compliment, seriously, because I always feel like I don't know if I'm doing things right. And, I still feel like I'm a new mom. I'm a new toddler mom. And it's just, I question myself so often. So thank you for saying that, because that means the world to me.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just want to say, I think I work hard because of all of you, to be honest, because you guys, when I look at, whether or not, to your point, I've actually seen you in person or had a chance to hang out with you in a while. I look on your Instagrams, and you guys just like, do you bitches sleep? Like, you
Not
guys
much.
I don't.
are
I
doing
really
the
don't.
most
Nope.
all the time. I'm like, and you guys have kids, new babies. Like, you guys just don't stop, and you guys make it look so easy.
Thank you.
And again, like, I'm kind of on the other side of like so many things at this point in my life, and I'm like, I got to clock back in. Like, these girls are not letting up. So, kudos to everyone here today for
Thank
just
you.
being consistent, just continuously being dream chasers and goal chasers, and just great moms and great people. Like I love that, and it's great to be able to see whether we actually have time to hang out a lot.
Yeah.
Part of the reason I brought a cake today, you guys.
Oh,
I know.
literally
Like,
staring.
do we have a
First of all,
lighter?
Can I do a couple things?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, since it's Valentine's Day, I brought a little gift for you guys. Now,
Oh my goodness.
okay, we'll pass this one down.
Oh my.
So
God.
cute.
So cute, right? I was like, Gretchen's so coming on humble brag.
I love it.
Here you go, love.
Oh,
We were
thank
talking
you.
about, gatekeeping
Oh,
and
so
everything, and
cute.
this has been it's a little gift that I
Thank
use now every day to
you.
put my makeup on. So if you
Can we open it? Okay.
it's my newest makeup thing that I collaborated with, and it's
Oh my
best
gosh,
sponges
so
ever.
exciting.
Wow.
Okay,
I
so
love the
if you
packaging
open
already.
these up, these are
I know this brand, and
it's the best
it's
ever.
the best.
Oh my
They're
God.
antimicrobial
Oh, it feels so good. already.
makeup
Oh my God.
sponges. And you were asking about my makeup this morning. I
Yes.
can't
Yeah.
wait to tell her about
Yes.
this. These are the sponges that I use,
so
and I
soft.
swear they make your skin go
It's
on
the best.
so
Ooh.
Like,
beautifully.
seriously.
I'm so
And they're
excited.
antimicrobial, so they literally won't break you out. Like, there's just so many great features to them. They're 99% bacteria free, so they're really, really great. And then the great part about this too is that we're donating back to Angel House, which helps
Aw.
give wells for kids in India. And then what's so
Nice.
great about that is for every 2-pack
Okay.
people buy, it supplies 17,000 glasses of water for all. the
Wow.
kids
Oh,
down
that's
there.
amazing.
It's like huge.
I want to
Wow.
put that info in the description of this podcast.
Yeah.
So it's an
too. That's
amazing part
amazing.
of
Thank you.
that. So I wanted you girls to have that. And then I brought a cake.
Oh my God. You just
Because-
outdid us.
2 birthdays
today.
here.
Thank you.
I didn't bring anything.
It's Crystal's, and it's your birthday next week. And
Yes,
I
and
want
Crystal
to
just celebrated hers, and you.
I want to celebrate the
book.
launch of your book. Us coming back to
Yes,
Housewives is
I
love
We're proud to
it.
celebrate here. today.
Yay.
Crystal just celebrated
So-
her birthday.
so much. Thank you.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Oh, no. Our voices.
Okay, so is there, who's the singer
Are
in
we
this
doing
group?
low, high?
I don't know. Let's just be cute.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cynthia and Crystal. Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you.
This is so sweet.
I know.
Wait,
You guys got to
we
make
had
a
our
good
ro-
We're
wish.
so
Oh, we
cute.
gotta blow our candles.
But by the way, I have to say, these are peach skins.
Oh,
and
yes.
I say that
Thank you,
peach
Crystal, for
skins
the robes.
Yes.
because that's how we met. We were at a Peachkins event.
No way.
I love
Yes.
this.
So that's why when
Full
we were saying
circle.
let's do something matching, I immediately thought of them because I was like, oh, it's like so full circle.
This is
Yeah.
so
Oh,
cute.
and
Yeah.
these are the most
They're insane.
comfortable,
So good.
luxurious, beautiful robes. So
The
thank
best.
you so much for
Yes,
that.
I love it.
Okay, I want to
to
do this podcast every day.
I know.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, we're
I
on
mean-
to something here. Girl
Yeah.
talk.
Girl
I
talk,
love
girls
it.
of Bravo.
Yeah.
Are we
I
blowing
like
a candle?
it.
You guys got to make a wish
have
and
to
blow
make
out
a
your
wish and you know
candles.
what
Make a wish.
I already know what the wish is. We have a joint wish.
Well, it's like Traders and then
Yes. Yes.
I was saying my traders is my selfish.
One, two, three.
Yay! Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. I swear we could have done a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah.
There are
No,
still so many
easily.
other things I wanted to get into, but I think we're just gonna have to eventually do a part 2
Yeah.
or
I think
hop
so.
onto Humble
To be
Brag.
continued.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a good
let's do
idea.
that.
Our
Yes.
two on there.
Continued.
Let's
Come
do
on
that.
over to
Yes.
be continued
So,
on Humble Brag.
What day does your podcast come out?
Every Monday.
Every Monday, new episodes of Humble Brag. We're going to be
Yes.
catching this one back on Bravo soon. I'm so excited. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I hope you have a great one. Celebrate it with who you love, friends, fam, significant other, all the things. And thank you for listening. I'll see you back here next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
For this